Hello, everyone. My name is Praveen, and I'll be your diabetes prevention lifestyle coach for today.
Hello, my name is Aditya Simha, and I will also be your wellness coach for today.
Right, I'll start sharing. Just in case if you find that the text is not very clear, I would recommend just bringing up a participant guide to follow along while you listen to our audio. So with that, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. Right.
So this module is about managing stress, which can be an important factor in preventing or delaying type 2 diabetes. So in this session, we will talk about some causes of stress, the link between stress and type 2 diabetes, some ways to reduce stress, and then some healthy ways to manage stress. And you'll also make a new action plan. Some immediate tips. It's important to know what situations make you feel stressed, and then plan how to manage them. And it's important to learn how to say no to things you don't really want or need to do. So scrolling down here, we have causes of stress, and oh, I think you scrolled a
Yeah.
bit.
Okay. Did I go? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have a couple of stories here. So first we have Barbara, who is a single mom feeling pulled in all directions. Her children are still in school and her father is in poor health. Plus, Barbara works full time. Barbara's doctor tells her she is at risk for type 2 diabetes, and he urges her to lose weight by eating well and getting active. We also have Carlos's story. Carlos has a difficult time feeling he can stay on top of all the things that need to be done, like paying bills, finishing jobs on time, making time for his family. Carlos's partner keeps saying he should eat better and get exercise, which he knows to be true since learning that he is at risk for type 2 diabetes. But just the thought of trying to make those changes seems unreasonable with everything else going on.
Yeah. I guess as a participant, there are a couple of things that, cause me stress is, definitely, multitasking, I have family, I have work and I have other activities that I do. So multitasking always gets me stressed. And then sometimes I end up overeating that, and that doesn't help. Another thing that causes stress is like, any sort of like if I read news or any sort of like, the stock market crashed or something like that. All the financial stuff also caused me some stress as well. Even though it's temporary, I still feel it's stressful.
Yeah, definitely. It can be tough to deal with that, especially in the moment you might be feeling overwhelmed. So some of the ways of managing stress, they're also going to be short term in terms of how to deal with that immediate feeling of being overwhelmed. So
Mhm.
going down here, so there's a link between stress and type 2 diabetes. Stress can cause changes in your blood sugar levels, which increases your risk of getting type 2 diabetes, and stress can also cause you to act in unhealthy ways. So part two of both their stories. After a full day of work, Barbara has to sit down and help her children with their homework. It requires a lot of patience and attention, and she also still needs to cook dinner. So when dinner's cleaned up and the kids are in bed, Barbara sits on the couch and eats ice cream or has a second glass of wine. Meanwhile, Carlos is so tired after a day of work that he just sits on the couch after dinner and watches TV. Uh, and as a result, he ends up staying up too late and skipping his exercise routine again.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Mhm, yeah. So when you feel stressed, you may feel angry, annoyed, anxious, confused, hungry, impatient, sad, or worried. You may also have an aching head, back, or neck, a racing heartbeat, tight muscles, or an upset stomach. Some behaviors that might happen when you feel stressed include drinking too much alcohol, forgetting things, putting off doing the things you need to do, rushing around without getting much done, sleeping too little, too much, or both, smoking, taking too much medicine, or working too much. And additionally, you may also make unhealthy choices about eating or drinking, or not feel up to being physically active, or spend too much time watching TV or videos or using the computer.
Yeah, absolutely. So correct.
So some ways to reduce stress. There's no surefire method, but there are ways to make your life less stressful. So just some simple tips are to ask for help. Feel free to ask your friends and family for help. They care about you and want the best for you. And when they ask for your help, you can help them. Be tidy, keep your things in order, get enough sleep, the standard 8 hours per night.
It's always hard to
Have
do.
yeah.
Yeah,
Have fun. Make time to do something you enjoy and that makes you feel happy. So maybe going for a walk with a friend or reading a book or watching a video. Just say no. Again, as mentioned before, learn how to say no to things you don't really want or need to do. Know yourself, know what situations make you feel stressed and plan how to manage them. Make a to-do list, put the most important things at the top of the list. Just a quick addendum I want to add to that from a tip I personally learned myself. If something can be done in approximately 2 minutes or a relatively short amount of time, instead of putting it on a to-do list, it'd be better to just get it out of the way immediately so you don't have to worry about it later.
Mhm.
Remind yourself, use notes, calendars, timers, or whatever works for you. Take small steps, starting new supportive routines that can help avoid or reduce stress, and solve problems. So when you have a problem, try to solve it promptly so that it's less likely to become a source of stress. And finally, take care of your body and your mind, just general well-being, and that way you'll be more prepared to tackle stressful situations.
Absolutely.
So some healthy ways to manage stress, sort of in the moment could be counting to 20 in your head. That can give your brain a needed break. Soothe yourself, maybe getting a massage, taking a hot bath, having a cup of herbal tea, or putting on some calming music. Um, Give yourself a pep talk, say something encouraging like there's no rush, I can take my time. Try some ways to relax. There will be a box for that later on. Um, Stretching, yoga especially or other stretching exercises. Take a breather, just take a break from whatever is making you feel stressed if you can. Um, Talk about your feelings. Talking to a friend or a counselor can help. Um, Cut back on caffeine because that can make you feel jumpy and anxious. Get moving, do something active, even if it's just walking around the block. Um, Along similar lines, you can do something fun as well, dance, hike, or be social, just whatever you enjoy as long as it's healthy. And finally, you can look at the situation in a different way because things may not be as bad as they seem to be.
Absolutely. We tend to, um, you know, amplify things than they are. So it's always good to, you know, keep them in perspective.
Definitely. So some ways to relax would be to make a relaxation routine. Try to practice it for at least 10 minutes a day. It may take time to see results, so be patient. And part of that routine can be listening to calming music if you wish. Uh, it may be easier to relax at first if you lie down in a dark, quiet room, but in time you'll be able to relax anytime, anywhere. Uh, Relax your muscles. So you can do this by scrunching up your face muscles, holding that for 5 seconds, then releasing and feeling those muscles relax. And then do the same with your jaw, shoulder, arm, chest, leg, and then finally foot muscles. Meditation, you can focus on something simple that you find calming, an image or a sound. And don't worry if other thoughts get in the way, just go back to what you were focusing on. Even simply imagining a scene that makes you peaceful, there's that saying, go to your happy place, kind of like that. Try to picture yourself there. Breathe deeply, relax your stomach muscles, place one hand just below your ribs. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose and then feel your hand go up. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth. And once you breathe out all the way, you can feel your hand go back down.
Yeah, these are amazing tips. Wow.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it. Okay. These are some great tips. And I think we'll follow up with another deck of slides that that Aditya has prepared. So thank you.
Thank you.